Okay, so I'm just gonna dive right in. So me and my boyfriend have been together for 6.5 years now, which is a very long time. If you've been in a relationship, that is like a hell of a long time. Like, I know people whose marriages don't need, haven't even lasted that long. So the fact that we've been together that long is kind of crazy to me. But okay, so we're at this place in our relationship and we're living together and everything is going smoothly, and we talk about marriage like all the time. So I figured I should take it upon myself and start planning my wedding, our wedding, really my wedding, um our wedding, just so I can be prepared, so when he proposed to me, everything will be ready and all of the major decisions would have already been made. So when I kind of talk about this to my friends, they look at me like, girl, you better wait until he actually propose or you're gonna be real disappointed. But I just have a lot of confidence in our relationship, and I have confidence in him that he's going to, propose to me. And I just really feel like we're really in love. Like I'm in love with him, and he tells me that he's in love with me. So I hope that, it's real and everybody's telling the truth and everything. But it's like I really had to think about it. Like, okay, so I'm the type of person that I really like to have things planned out or figured out, the best that I can, because that really gives me, a sense of security. So when I started just like randomly researching about wedding and wedding planning and all of that stuff, like, people pay a lot of money for weddings. Like, the average price for some weddings is like $25,000, and who got that much money to spend on a party? And like the wedding dresses can cost like, like $5,000, like $5,000 for one dress that I'm gonna be in for maybe 6 hours. Like, no, I don't have time for that. So I continue just researching just all different elements that go into a wedding, like, like all the save the date stuff, invitations, like DJs and videographer and photographers, like decorations. Like, I really started looking into all these things because on one hand, I was really curious as to just like, what all goes in, because I know nothing about planning a wedding, like nothing at all. But I also know that I don't have any money to spend on like a wedding planner when it does happen, and I kind of want to do a lot of the work by myself or have the help of my family and my close friends. And as I kept doing more research, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's so much stuff that goes into planning a wedding. Like, I didn't know how far ahead in advance you need to send out like save the dates. Like, how far ahead in advance do I need to send invitation? And it's like, I don't want to be ghetto, but it's just like, I kind of just want to send like an evite to some people. Like, girl, I know you, I talk to you every day. Like, I'm not about to spend a whole extra however much it costs just to send you a wedding invitation when I know you live down the street from me. Like, girl, you about to get a text with the time and the date on when to show up to my wedding. Like, girl, bye. So, just doing all this research, and actually, so I found like this spreadsheet. Okay, so I know I'm sounding like a total nerd right now with this damn spreadsheet. So I found a spreadsheet on Google Docs, and it's actually really, really detailed. It kind of breaks out all of the, I guess, standard costs or standard expenses that, kind of goes along with having a wedding. So I go through it and I just like, put in just random estimates on as to how much I would spend for like each of the different items. So some of the items that they had on the spreadsheet were like, the venue, the DJ, a band if you choose to have a band and a DJ, the catering, party favors, maybe you'll have special gifts for the bridal party, limousine, like literally like everything. It even had like, how much you want to pay for your invitations and It even had a spreadsheet with like a table layout, so if you wanted to have assigned seating, it was actually a pretty nice spreadsheet. I will put the link below in case you want to like take a look at it or use it if you want to. But I went through it and I just put like random numbers. Like none of my numbers were based on like actual prices for anything, but it's like when I went through the whole spreadsheet, it's like the total amount, the total budget was already over $30,000, and I was like, hold up, ain't nobody got time for that. So we gonna have to scale this thing all the way down. And it's not realistic for me to spend that kind of money on a party, because essentially that's all a wedding is. It's just an elaborate party, and I'm all for fairy tales and everything, but it's just like at the same time I want to be very realistic, and I want to start off my marriage as debt free as possible. And like I want to buy a house, I want to be able to truly enjoy life. So I'm the type of person where it's just like when it comes to planning a wedding, I would rather spend more on like my honeymoon than the actual wedding event. Like I would rather just me and bae just like take a flight to some exotic island or some exotic country and just go lay out on a beach and party and hang out. Because when you think about it, the bride and the groom, they don't really get to enjoy weddings. Like you gotta be taking pictures, smiling, meeting family members that you probably haven't seen in a long time. Some of them you may not even like. So it's just like before you know it, you all in this dress. So it's just like the fact that you're in this fancy dress, you can't even eat like how you want to, because God forbid you end up with some horrible stain on your wedding dress. So it's just like as a bride or the groom, you don't really get to enjoy your wedding as much as some of your guests may be able to enjoy your wedding. So when it actually comes to planning the wedding, like for real, and like put money down on stuff, then I would be more prepared, and then I won't overspend or accidentally go over the budget, because I don't know how much my mom is going to be able to contribute, or I don't know how much his mother or his family is going to be able to contribute. So it's just like I'm going into this kind of just thinking that okay, it's just me and him that are going to pay for everything. And it's just like I've kind of I don't think I've gone overboard with anything, because it's not like if I put a deposit down on a location or anything like that. But I have like my bridesmaids kind of sort of figured out, because my friend circle is kind of, it's a little weird. The dynamic of the people that I would want as my bridesmaid is kind of weird right now, because like one or two people, well, I guess two people really don't get along with each other. And then, some of them don't get along too well with my sister. So it's just like I gotta put all of those things into perspective, because it's just like I don't want no bridesmaids it's just gonna be fighting, and then when we have like little outings and stuff, they're gonna be party poopers or Debbie Downers. Like no, I'm not gonna have time for that. So it's just like I have a list of about like 10 people, and it's like hopefully I can scale it down to maybe like 5 to 7. I know the type of dress that I want. I think I figured out what I want the bridesmaids to wear. I know the food that I want, but it's just like I just been kind of just like going in. I've been looking at wedding magazine and downloading wedding apps, and it's just like I'm trying not to go overboard though, or trying not to like come off as like some crazy girlfriend that's just like planning out the whole life without even everything's been set in place. But it's just like after being in a relationship for so long, it's just like it's something that it's just like I'm really excited about. And I know that my boyfriend and I are at a point in our relationship where it's just like it's okay to think this seriously, and we talk about it all the time. So it's not like if I'm planning all of this and he don't even know what's going on. Like he knows everything that's going on, and I communicate with him and I talk to him about all of the things that I want. And he seems to be on board with everything. Like I already even like set a date, okay? So I'm just so ready, like just so ready for everything to just come to life, and everything to just be a reality. Because another thing is that I don't want to be stressed trying to plan a wedding, especially doing it by myself, knowing that I'm not going to have like an actual wedding planner and everything. Like, I don't want to be stressed out because during all this time, you know, my regular life is still going to be going on. So I'm still going to be working. I'm still going to be, you know, doing all of my hobbies and all this other stuff. So I don't want to stress myself out. So yeah, so I'm going to be planning this wedding of mine, even though he hasn't proposed yet. But I know he will. We're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope that it happens in due time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So I will catch you guys in another video, and I will be sure to update you guys on whenever he does propose, or if I make any other major decisions as far as my wedding planning. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I crazy or am I not crazy? It's okay, you know, just tell me how you feel about all of this down below. Okay, bye-bye.